Okay, to make the head, we're going to be working in black yarn. We're going to be working in the round around a starting chain. We're going to go ahead and start the head with a slip stitch, and we're going to chain 7. Now we're going to go ahead and place a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook, and we're going to place a half double crochet in each of the next 4 chains. Now we're going to go ahead and place 3 half double crochets into that last chain, and we're going to go ahead and rotate it as we work, so that we're going to be working back along the opposite side of that starting chain. And we're going to go ahead and place a half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. And I'm going to place 2 half double crochets into that last stitch. Now for round 2, we're going to go ahead and place 2 half double crochets into that first stitch. We're going to half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. Now we're going to go ahead and place 2 half double crochet into that next stitch. Now we're going to go ahead and place 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. And we're going to single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to place 2 single crochets into each of the last 2 stitches. So 2 and 2. We're going to end this round with 20 stitches. Now for round 3, this is not going to be a complete round. We're only going to be working along the first half of it to make the top of the head. So for the first stitch, we're going to go ahead and place 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. Then we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to go ahead and place 2 half double crochet into the next stitch. We're going to go ahead and single crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to pull our yarn through. We're going to go ahead and leave a long tail because we're going to need to sew this onto the body of the cozy. And we have our head. Now to make the eyes, we are going to need our 2 safety eyes. And we're going to need either small felt ovals, or we're going to need some white yarn. Now if you're going to use yarn for your eyes, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make 2 small 6 single crochet rounds. And how we're going to do that is we're going to work in the round, chain 1, and you're going to go ahead and single crochet 6 times into that magic ring. Pull your yarn through and then just pull it tight. Now we're going to need to make 2 of these if we're making yarn eyes. If you're going to make yarn eyes, what you do is you're going to take your safety eye and you're going to put it through the center, snap on the safety eye, just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and place this. We're going to take our tail, and we're going to go ahead and sew the safety eye. Now if you do not want to use safety eyes, you can just take black yarn and just sew in little pupils. I just like the look that it gives with the safety eye. And then we just take the second tail down from the safety eye here. We're just going to go ahead and bring that down. This is going to be sewn onto the cozy, so you can go ahead and just knot it a couple times to secure it. And then just clip off the excess. And go ahead and take our other one. Secure it. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat the same. And that is the head with the yarn eyes. Now if you were going to use felt eyes, what you would do is you would take your felt circles and you would cut a little hole down here at the bottom. Of the oval to stick your eye through, just like that. And instead of securing it beforehand, what you would do is you would take it and place it on the head, and then you would close it. Just like that. And go ahead and do that again for the other eye. Whichever method that you prefer, they both work. And there you have the two heads. And now what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to take your cozy, depending on whichever body style you are using. For us, we are going to be using our body style 1, so I'm looking for the seam, which we're going to put in the back. And we're going to go ahead and we are sewing on our head. We're going to leave it right above the bottom edge. And we're going to go ahead and stitch on our head using the tail. Okay, and once we get back to the top, we're just going to go ahead and weave in the excess. And just clip it off. And we're going to go ahead and take the yarn from the other tail, and I just like to weave it in once or twice here, and then I'm just going to bring it in as well, and just we have our head sewn on. Now we're going to go ahead and take a piece of our body color. Now we're going to go ahead and bring it up to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and bring it over. We're going to bring it back down under the eye. We're going to bring it back up. And we're going to bring it back down. Make our little smile. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and take our yarn and we're just going to weave it in to the back of the cozy as such, and since it's the body colored yarn, it will blend in nice and easy. I'm just going to snip off any extra, and we have our face. Now we're going to go ahead and make our antennas to To make our antennas, we're going to go ahead and take our body colored yarn. We're going to make a magic ring. Now within this magic ring, we're going to place a single crochet, a half double crochet, and we're going to make another single crochet. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this tight, and we're going to go ahead and fasten it off. We're going to go ahead and make 2 of these. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take our needle, we're going to thread our needle, and we're just going to close these into little loops by just inserting and just pulling it into little circles. And then we're going to just weave the ends in the best we can. They're tiny little circles, so I usually just go in a couple times. I just cut off the excess yarn. And we're going to do that for both of them. Once we have 2, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take a piece of black yarn, about 12 inches. We're going to go ahead and thread our needle so that it's through. Make it about even. And then we're going to hold one side tight. We're going to make like a 4. We're going to take and we're going to bring this up, and we're going to pull tight. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue to do that until we have about 1.5 inches. Just keep doing that until we have about 1.5 inches of this corded looking material. So just 4 right through, just holding the bottom one tight and just bringing it up and over and pulling it closed. And there we go. And then once I have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to sew it to the head. I'm going to take these 2 ends I'm just going to thread our needle. I'm just going to weave it in to the side of the head. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. And we clip off the extra. And then we're just going to repeat the same exact thing with this other one. Okay, there we have our 2 antennas on, and now we're going to go ahead and work on the spots. We're going to make 5 spots per cozy, or 6 spots depending on how many you'd like. We're going to take our black yarn, we're working in the round. We're going to make a magic circle. We're going to place 6 single crochet into that magic circle. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to go ahead and pull close. And now for round 2, we're going to go ahead and place 2 single crochets into each of those single crochet stitches of round 1. So 1, 2, and 11 and 12. Once we have 12 stitches in the round, pull that close, we're going to go ahead and fasten off, leaving a long enough tail to sew. we're going to go ahead and smooth out the edge there by threading our needle, pulling it into the second stitch, and then down through the last stitch of the following round. I'm just going to make a nice little round, and we're going to make 5 to 6 of these, and then we're just going to go ahead and sew them around the cozy. Just going to go ahead and weave in. And take the second one, just bring that up and weave that in as well. And clip off any extra yarn. And just repeat that around with all of your spots. Okay, once you sew all your spots on, you are done with your cozy.